Here is a guide on how to use GruCloud to manage a Google Cloud infrastructure. Given an existing infrastructure, GruCloud can generate the code automatically. The gencode command will fetch the resource inventory and find out what is already deployed. From this live inventory, GruCloud generates the infrastructure code in the JavaScript language. This code is going to be used later on to deploy, update, delete, and visualize this infrastructure. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Various types of diagrams of the architecture can be generated automatically. Here are the resources represented as a mind map. When resources are no longer required, the destroy command will delete the resources in the right order at the right time. After a brief overview of the GruCloud functionality, the following part is a step-by-step on how to install, configure, and run the various commands. With regards to the Google Cloud requirements, verify that its CLI is installed correctly by checking the version. The GruCloud CLI is running on Node.js. Let's install it with the help of Volta.sh. It is by far the easiest and fastest way to install Node.js without any administrator permission. The first command will install Volta. The second command download Node in npm, the Node package manager. Finally, verify Node is installed correctly by checking its version. Now that Node and npm are installed, installing the GruCloud CLI is just a command away. GC, the name of the GruCloud command line interface, will be installed globally thanks to npm. Ensure GC is installed correctly by using the showing its version. Let's move on to creating a new project. In this section, a boilerplate project will be created. Open a terminal and type GC new. Select Google as the cloud provider and enter your project name. Select a Google project from the list. Select a region where the resources will be deployed. Select a zone. A boilerplate project should be created. The dependencies are being installed in this process. Let's explore the basic commands at your disposal to manage your infrastructure. List your live infrastructure with the list command. The graph option will also create a diagram of your resources and their relationships. Under the hood, the Graphies program transforms a text representation into a diagram with an automatic layout. Next, let's have a look at the GC gencode command. Traditional infrastructure as code tools are unidirectional. In a nutshell, from the code, the tool deploys a live infrastructure, but there is no way to generate the code from the infrastructure. Instead, GruCloud is bidirectional. Code can be generated from the infrastructure. This eliminates the burden of manually writing the infrastructure code, hence saving you time, money, and hassle. From this code, two kinds of graphs can be generated: a simple mind map or tree view, and a diagram depicting the relationship between the resources. The tree command requires a Java program called plan2ml, which transforms text into a mind map. The second type of diagram shows the target resources and their relationship. The command for this diagram is gcgraph. Ensure Graphies is installed to create these diagrams. Let's move on and update the infrastructure. The first option is to use the Cloud Provider Web Interface or CLI, then use the command GC gencode to generate the new code. The second option is to directly edit the resource file and run the command GC apply. Suppose a new TCP port is added to the firewall through the web interface or the CLI. When the command GC gencode is executing, you will be prompted a difference between the current code and the new code corresponding to the live infrastructure. Second option, edit resources.js. Change, for example, the instance type from F1 micro to G1 small. When done, head over to the console and type the command GC apply. It compares the live infrastructure to the desired one and presents you with a difference. If you agree with the change, press Y to accept. At this point, GC will call the Google Cloud API and update the infrastructure. Everything has an end. When an infrastructure is no longer needed, invoke the command gc destroy. Resources will be deleted in the right order in just one command. Moreover, you may be interested to have a look at the examples directory to find off-the-shelf infrastructure. In this case, clone the Git repository, change to the example directory, run npm install, and then gc in it. To summarize this video, we have seen how to use GruCloud to display infrastructure diagrams, generate the code, as well as list, update, and destroy infrastructure on Google Cloud. As a side note, GruCloud also supports the other major cloud providers such as Amazon Web Service and Microsoft Azure.